goals in 2 minutes and Manchester turned red. Today, Amad Diallo is the golden boy of Manchester United. In the 90th minute at the Etihad, a bold, looping pass from Lisandro Martinez froze the stadium. Every single fan from Manchester City to United held their breath. With his first touch, Diallo turned the moment into pure magic. The young Ivorian delicately lifted the ball over the outstretched arms of Ederson before calmly rolling it into the net. Amad Diallo, the City defender, scrambled in desperation, but it was too late. 2-1 to United, completing a stunning comeback. This was the emotional rollercoaster of the season. When all hope seemed lost and United looked beaten, they compressed like a coiled spring under Ruben Amorim and then exploded with ferocity. The sight of Pep Guardiola clutching his head and leaping in frustration spoke volumes, as did Matheus Nunes punching the turf in regret after giving away a costly penalty earlier. And now, let's break down the biggest moments of last night's blockbuster clash. The ultimate Manchester derby showdown. Before the ball even rolled, drama struck Manchester United fans. Both Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho were shock omissions from the matchday squad, not due to injury, but as a firm decision by Ruben Amorim. This opened the door for Mason Mount to start on the left, while Amad Diallo, trusted by Amorim, took the right attacking midfield role. On the other side, injuries in defense forced Pep Guardiola to improvise. City lined up with only 3 natural defenders, with Matheus Nunes dropping into cover at left-back. Despite these challenges, the presence of Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden in the starting LIF still posed a daunting threat for United. This was a Manchester City side that had lost more derbies in the past 18 years than ever before, facing a Manchester United enduring their worst start in 37 years. It set up one of the strangest Manchester derbies in recent memory. But don't mistake this for a comedy sketch. The rivalry between the red and blue halves of the city remained as fierce as ever. As the whistle blew, City's home advantage allowed them to dominate possession. But United showed their intent with aggressive pressing and decisive defensive structure. It was clear that Amorim's plan involved conceding the ball to City while lying in wait for sharp counter-attacks. United's pressing system was spearheaded by Diogo Dalot's advanced position on the left, while Noussair Mazraoui stayed deeper on the right. Ahead of them, the relentless pressing duo of Mason Mount and Amad Diallo targeted City's wide centre-backs, Kyle Walker and Josko Gvardiol. Just as the game was heating up, disaster struck for United. Mason Mount fell to the ground, wincing in pain after a collision in the 12th minute. United's 7 was forced off injured, replaced by Kobbie Mainoo in his first Manchester derby appearance. The unexpected incident forced Amorim to change his tactics from the start. Mainoo joined Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte in the midfield trio, while the attacking burden shifted to Rasmus Højlund and Amad Diallo up front. Sensing United's disruption, City began to pick up the pace. Their attacks intensified, particularly down the flanks, where Jeremy Doku found himself in constant one-on-one duels with Noussair Mazraoui. Doku kept Mazraoui on his toes throughout the first half with his pace and skill. Just as the game looked level, the turning point came. In the 36th minute, a seemingly misdirected pass from Kevin De Bruyne was sent flying perfectly into the box by none other than World Cup star Josko Gvardiol. Rising above all United defenders, Gvardiol headed past Onana to break the deadlock. It was a goal that sent the Etihad into a frenzy and left United fans speechless. Replays showed 4 red shirts and just 2 City players in the box when the ball was played. Mazraoui had Haaland marked at the far post, but Matthijs de Ligt, Diogo Dalot and Rasmus Højlund inexplicably stood still, leaving Gvardiol completely unmarked. United's vulnerability to the ball in the air still haunts them, making every opponent look like Arsenal. The camera immediately pans to Pep Guardiola, who was beaming, holding up 2 fingers and making a cheerful hello gesture. After a turbulent period of disappointing results, Pep finally had reason to smile again, as City took the advantage in the derby. The second half began with a spirited attempt by United to claw their way back into the game. City, surprisingly, chose not to press the tempo, but instead slowed down the pace, a rare and unfamiliar approach in a derby where they typically dominate and overwhelm their rivals. The struggles of this season have clearly taken their toll on Pep's side, but credit must also go to Ruben Amorim. Under his guidance, United's build-up play has shown noticeable improvement. They move the ball into dangerous areas with more fluidity, thanks to synchronized movements far more effective than in the Ten Hag era. Yet, for all their progress, United still stumbled in the final third. In the 62nd minute, Diallo produced a moment that had United fans on their feet, hearts in their mouths. Rising to meet a cross, he directed a clever header towards goal. Not the most powerful efforts, but perfectly placed. It forced Ederson into a full stretch save, fingertips pushing the ball away to deny United an equalizer. At the Etihad, Manchester United were now the ones pressing City, and Erling Haaland had been a ghost since the first whistle, starved of service to the point where many forgot the Boo Monster was even on the pitch. A golden chance arrived in the 74th minute. Rasmus Højlund delivered a sumptuous through ball, and Bruno Fernandes timed his run perfectly to escape City's offside trap. Everything about the move was perfection, 9.5 out of 10, except the final touch. Spotting Ederson off his line, Bruno attempted a delicate chip. The ball beat the goalkeeper, but trickled agonizingly wide of the far post. The City fans erupted in mockery, standing and jeering United's captain for his miss. United continued to press, desperately searching for an equalizer as the clock ticked down. With time running out and frustration mounting, a moment of brilliance ignited United's comeback. Amad Diallo, United's standout player of the night, seized on a mistake from Matheus Nunes. With a burst of speed and sublime control, he raced past Ederson only to find his angle too tight to shoot. In an instant of brilliance and composure, Diallo paused, baiting Nunes into a reckless challenge. The resulting collision left referee Anthony Taylor with no choice but to point to the spot. It was a stonewall penalty. Only an act of divine intervention could have denied it. Bruno Fernandes, the same man who had fluffed his earlier chance, stepped up to the spot under enormous pressure. With a calm, clinical strike, he sent Ederson the wrong way and slotted the ball into the net. United's resilience was unmatched, and as the moments ticked by, they defied all odds to orchestrate one of the most dramatic turnarounds in recent memory. With the blood of the Red Devils surging and hope reigniting, the atmosphere at the Etihad felt reminiscent of the iconic day Pogba, sporting a blue-tinted hairstyle, spearheaded an unforgettable comeback for United on the same pitch. This time, it was Amad Diallo, a young hero stepping up in the crucial 90th minute. Receiving an exquisite lofted pass from Lisandro Martinez, Diallo's first touch was a masterstroke. He delicately lifted the ball over the advancing Ederson, watching it roll gently into the net. The poetic beauty of the moment was undeniable, a testament to calm precision under immense pressure. The Etihad erupted, but only with the sound of stunned silence from City supporters as United fans roared in jubilation. On a thrilling Monday, the chant of "Glory, glory, Manchester United" echoed louder than ever. Manchester, for today, was painted in one definitive color: red.